Welcome to Mr. Gossip. I am Sarah, your ultimate destination for young and the restless drama. YNR's Nikki finally drew a line Victor never expected her to cross. Nikki and Victor aren't any closer to reconciling, assumed that Nikki's latest health crisis would bring them together, however. As seen on the June 23rd episode, Nikki's ready to move forward without Victor. After experiencing painful headaches, Nikki finally went to the doctor, where she learned she had a mass pressing on her optic nerve. If left untreated, Nikki could go blind. The doctor warned that surgery was also risky. Aside from Victoria Amelia Heinley and now Claire Haley Aaron, nobody knows about Nikki's diagnosis. But on Tuesday's episode, Victor Eric Braden went probing for answers. The mustache visited Nikki at her hotel suite, expressing concern about her headaches. Nikki shrugged it off as stress, most of which is caused by Victor. The couple then fought about Victor's reckless behavior regarding Matt Clark. Roger Howarth, unable to take any more, Nikki ordered Victor out, but not before handing him her wedding rings. Nikki returning her rings was a shocking move and might have caused Victor a little heartache. Although Nikki's storyline seemed set on a reunion with Victor, it could go in the opposite direction. Victor's always been Nikki's knight in shining armor, coming to her rescue. But this time, he's not going to save Nikki. Nikki's gesture of returning the rings proved that she doesn't want or need Victor's help. Although Victor has the resources to get Nikki the best care, she wants to do things her way. The last thing Nikki needs is more stress, which is what Victor's been giving her. That's why she wants to keep things hush-hush. But Nikki might not be able to keep her secret for long, especially as her symptoms worsen. Time is of the essence to help Nikki and save her eyesight. Once Victor learns of Nikki's diagnosis, he won't hesitate to step in, trying to control the matter. However, he'll face opposition from Nikki, who'll want to make her own decisions regarding her health. Young and the Restless spoilers June 25th. Victor goes to extremes for Nikki. Victor charges ahead despite Nikki's objections, while Jack faces a shrinking window to reach Diane before Martin's influence takes hold. Both men are convinced they know what's best, but neither battle is likely to go according to plan. Thursday, June 25th, find Victor and Jack in the same boat. Victor is determined to save Nikki, whether she wants it or not. And Jack is determined to save Diane, whether Patty wants it or not. Victor refuses to stay on the sidelines. Victoria Amelia Heinley urged Nikki Melody Thomas Scott to confide in Victor about her health challenges, which could lead to Nikki going blind. So, to keep that from happening, Victor has decided to help Nikki with her headaches. Sure, she says they're caused by stress, but she's a lunatic if she thinks Victor is anything but a joy to have in her life. He told her as much. Maybe she didn't understand the first time. Maybe he should yell it louder. Jack races against time to reach Diane. Jack, Peter Bergman, has much purer motives for trying to track down Diane, Susan Walters. But at the same time, Patty Stacey Hayduke, evil shrink, Martin Jerry Burns, is slowly but surely turning Diane against her husband. By the time Jack finds her, will the final damage already be done? Jack is all for being slow, steady, and careful, but Kyle Michael Mueller is a hothead who doesn't know how to listen. Are we sure he isn't really Victor's son? We hope not, because of Summer, but still not to mention, there's no telling what Patty might do when she realizes Jack is just using her. Again, YNR's Diane is falling into Dr. Lawrence's trap and may not realize it until it's too late. But she's trapped in a terrifying new scenario that she walked right into. He might be able to convince her that leaving Jack was her own idea. Diane emotionally confides in Dr. Markham. On Tuesday's episode, Diane Susan Walters had her first therapy session with Dr. Laurence Markham, Jerry Burns. However, he's far from the caring and concerned professional he claims to be. Working alongside Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, the doctor, is willing to do whatever it takes to keep Jack, Peter Bergman, and Diane apart. During their session, Diane became emotional as she admitted she had always felt insecure in her relationship with Jack. Diane felt that he could leave her at any moment. Up to this point, Diane thought she had the upper hand over Dr. Markham. She thought she could trick him into thinking that she was getting better, so she could break free. However, Diane might have walked into a new trap, one that Dr. Markham himself set. Dr. Markham reminded Diane that Jack broke her trust and that it is normal to feel heartbroken. Diane admitted she had imagined Jack would be attracted to someone else. If he ever betrayed her, it would be because of her own failings. When she caught him in bed with Patty, those insecurities came flooding back. Diane saw the incident on the yacht as proof that Jack never really forgave her, and that is why she can't forgive him. She had no idea that she had set herself up in a new predicament. In that moment, Diane walked into a new trap. She confessed to Dr. Markham that she could never forgive Jack, not realizing what she had done. Dr. Markham suggested that she probably shouldn't forgive her husband. He noted that her inability to forgive him could be a sign that she should move on. Dr. Markham could convince Diane that leaving Jack was her own idea. Diane has been doing her best to play her cards right. She even turned the tables on her captor by manipulating him into believing he had the upper hand. But now, he flipped the script back on her and proved that he had the control all this time. Dr. Markham's motive is unclear at this moment. It's hard to tell whether he's doing it for money or for leverage.